Good day, learners. Welcome to our day one, Understanding Cause and Effect through a Fable. Look at the following pictures and express your emotions after each picture. Today, we will read a story about two friends who encountered a stranger in one of their adventures. Take note of what problem they faced and how this problem was solved. Let's read this. Carry. We can carry any burden and make things better for everyone. Free. The bird couldn't free itself and was clearly hurt and in pain. Together. Together, we can keep working until we figure it out. Warm. There lived a kind dog named Bronu and a warm and thoughtful horse named Tupe. Better. When we help those in need, we make the world a better place. What do you do when you meet a stranger who needs help? Let's read this. Tupe and Bronu, friends indeed. In the mountains of Pintong Bocaue, San Mateo Rizal, there lived a kind dog named Bronu and a warm and thoughtful horse named Tupe. They were the best of friends, and every day they roamed the hills together, exploring the beauty around them. Even though today was hot, the land was full of big Norfolk trees that gave cool shade. Let's go to the road near Timberland and count the new trees, Tupe suggested. Bruno smiled. That sounds fun. When they reached the road, Bruno began counting. 1, 2, 3. I counted 7 new trees today. If we add those to the 6 planted yesterday, that makes 13, Tupe exclaimed. Wow, the caretaker must really love this place. The air is so clean and it feels a bit like Baguio already. As they walked along, they suddenly heard a small voice cry, Help! Please help! Bruno's ears perked up. He and Tupe looked around and saw a tiny bird tangled in a tree branch. The poor bird looked hurt and scared. We have to help, Bronu said. Tupe nodded. I've decided if we work together, we can save the bird. Bruno smiled and wagged his tail. Where did the story happen? Who are the characters in the story? What do the friends decided that day? What is the problem of the characters? What did the characters do to try to solve the problem? Would you save the bird even if you don't know him? Why or why not? Let's try this. Choose the letter of the correct answer. Where did Branu and Tupe live? What kind of animal is Branu? What kind of animal is Tupe? What did Tupe suggest they do? How many new trees did Bronu count? Let's try this. Fill in the story map. Welcome to our day 2. Root words, verbs, and compound sentences. Let's read the following words. Help, work, play, share, happy. What do you notice about these words? Which of these words show actions? How can these words relate to unity? Sight words and root words. Sight words are words that we often see and read. Root words are the basic form of a word. Example: help is a root word. From it, we can form helpful, helping, helps. Identify the root words of the following words. Working. The root word of working is work. Playing. The root word of playing is play. Caring. The root word of caring is care. Talking. The root word of talking is talk. Verbs and their functions. A verbs are action words that shows what a person, animal, or thing is doing. Examples: run, walk, dance, sing, swim. What are you doing now? Which word tells what you are doing? Compound sentences. A compound sentence is made up of two simple sentences joined by a conjunction like and, but, or, so, because. Example. Simple sentence, Lara helps her friends. Another simple sentence, they finish their work together. Compound sentence, Lara helps her friends and they finish their work together. Another examples. Compound sentence, we cleaned the room and we planted flowers. Another compound sentence, I wanted to play, but it rained. A root word is the main form of a word. A verb shows an action. A compound sentence joins two ideas using a conjunction such as and, but, or, so. Let's try this. Write the root word of the following words. Let's try this. Look at the picture of children in the classroom. Write down three verbs that show what they are doing. Let's try this. Combine the sentences using and, but, or so. Welcome to our day 3. Understanding cause and effect through legends. What kind of weather do you like best? What do you do when there's a storm? Today, we'll read a story about how a river turned into a rainbow after a big storm, and how people learned to help each other in times of disaster. River. The river flows gently behind our school. People. The people in our town always help one another. Help. We must help our friends when they are in need. House. Our house keeps us safe during the rain. Rain. The rain made the plants grow tall and green. Strong. The wind was very strong during the storm. Because we stayed inside because it was raining hard. After the storm, a rainbow appeared in the sky. Let's read this. The Legend of the Rainbow River. Long ago, in a small village near the mountains, there was a wide river that gave the people fish and clean water. One night, a strong storm came. The rain poured, the wind blew hard, and the river overflowed. The people were afraid, but a young girl named Lina said, "Let's help one another." We can move animals to the highland. The villagers worked together and saved many lives. When the storm stopped, the sun came out and a beautiful rainbow appeared above the river. From that day on, people called it the Rainbow River to remind everyone that after every storm, there is hope. What happened to the village one night? Who helped the villagers during the storm? What did the people do to keep everyone safe? What appeared after the storm? What lesson did the villagers learn? Cause and effect discussion. Cause. The rain poured very hard. Effect. The river overflowed. Cause. Lina told everyone to help. Effect. The people worked together. Cause. The storm ended. Effect. A rainbow appeared. What caused the people to help each other? What happened because they worked together? Have you ever experienced a storm or flood in your community? What did your family do to stay safe? How did you overcome it? Every event has a cause, why it happened, and an effect, what happened. When we help and work together, we can overcome any disaster. Let's try this. Choose the letter of the correct answer. What is the title of the story? Who was the brave girl in the story? What caused the river to overflow? What did the people do to help one another? What lesson does the story teach us? Let's try this. Draw a line to match the correct cause from column A to its effect, column B. Welcome to our day 4. Root words, VCCV patterns, and interrogative sentences. What are they doing? Who is eating? Where are they playing? When do you read books? These are interrogative sentences. Sentences that ask questions and end with a question mark. Vocabulary VCCV word pattern. Some words have the VCCV pattern, where two consonants are in the middle of two vowels. Examples: garden, kitten, ladder, basket, rabbit. Let's read this. One sunny morning, a little kitten named Mimi went to the garden. She saw a rabbit eating carrots. Mimi asked, "What are you doing?" The rabbit said, "I'm eating my breakfast." Mimi smiled and said, "Where do you live?" The rabbit pointed to a basket near the ladder. They became friends and played together until noon. Who is the main character in the story? What did Mimi see in the garden? What questions did Mimi ask? What happened at the end? Root words of verbs. Verb in story. Eating. Root word eat. Asked. Root word ask. Smiled. Root word smile. Pointed. Root word point. Played. Root word play. Interrogative sentences. Interrogative sentences ask questions. They often begin with who, what, where, when, why, or how. They end with a question mark. Examples: who is playing? What are you doing? Where is the rabbit? When do you eat breakfast? How do you go to school? Let's try this. Underline the verb in each sentence and write its root word. Let's try this. Circle the VCCV words in the list. Let's try this. Make your own 3 interrogative sentences using these question words. Who, what, where. Thank you for watching. Till our next English lesson. Goodbye.